network issues. You know, it is what it is. We're saying, Claire, we've got the best teams, and we've also got the best issues when it comes to broadcast. But enough is said and done. We are back into the game. It looks like the Saints have still been able to clench on to a close game here, but West Virginia are still up in the lead 2 rounds, and it looks like Fair is going to start it out strong, taking out Gucci within the first seconds of this half.
Yeah, 21 that missed it. The first half ended 7-5 in the favor of West Virginia University. They were able to win the first pistol round on defense here, but that last round from the Saints, they quickly planted the spike. They were able to hold it down, and they take this round. Now it's a save round from West Virginia University. Saints have a full buy across the board. 3 Vandals, an Outlaw, and a Bulldog. And now they're looking to push their advantage if they can pick up A77 here without dropping any members, which they do. They're going to have a free plant on C. Looks like Saints getting back in the stride of things.
But it looks like they may not get a free plant, as it looks like they're going to play this a little slower. And now, excited on the back with that pistol, might try to find someone, but no, is quickly sniped out by Fair. And Dinks is found through the spray from Truth, and now it's all up to Enox, who is trying to get on the rotate, just has a Sheriff to themselves, and now in this 1v5 scenario, you know, you haven't seen it a lot, but there is that small chance you come out with a 1v5 win, but I don't think it's going to be in Enox's playbook today.
Yeah, Enox, I mean, this is definitely a time to pull off a 1v5, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case. He's just trying to find some exit kills here, waiting for some of the Saints to overstep. If I'm the Saints, I don't look for Enox here. I run away, I play for my life. But Truth, gonna get too aggressive there. He didn't have a Vandal, had one of the weaker weapons, had a Bulldog, but Fair had an Outlaw. They're just giving Enox some nice kills here. Picks up the Bulldog, will probably die to the spike to get a better weapon next round, but a great round there from the Saints, playing a round where they had a lot of money on their opponents, buying up the weapons, finding the kills left and right. It looks like the Saints are back in their stride.
Indeed they are, and now they are closing that gap. West Virginia have had a great lead so far in this game since the start of it. I mean, they took Saints to an equal 2-2 and then took the lead from there, and now they are still 1 game ahead, which they can come back from, and it looks like they're going to have a little bit of a full buy there to counteract anything that the Saints will bring, which looks like a bunch of Vandals on their side. Now, progressing towards the A, if West Virginia can take this, they might set them in the right position to take this game and send it to Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, definitely still in a pretty good position, but this is a huge, huge round. Dinks here only going to have the Outlaw in a round where everybody from the Saints has full shield, so let's see how effective that Jet can be, and the rest of West Virginia have those weapons, the Phantoms and the Vandals, ready to shoot as this is a big, big important round. Excite gonna find the first pick, and Truth walking out without his gun. Saints dropping a couple members early, and it feels like even on defense, West Virginia are still making the proactive plays. Saints a little bit on the back foot here now. 3v5, trying to push through. The spike is nowhere near, and Chillin has no idea. There's one to his right, picks up Gucci, but Excite picks up the trade, and there goes Fair. It's going to be Instinct stuck in a 1-on-4 scenario. As West Virginia instantly bounce back on the defense.
Definitely going to be taking this lead here, Instinct. Don't think he can muster up enough stellar plays and great shots to take this one against the 4 players left on West Virginia's side. But you know what? It's not all over for the Saints. West Virginia may be up 2 rounds, but they're still going to be able to bring a little bit of force, a little bit of aggression back to what they have so far showed. And now, A77 just going to close it out, finding Instinct now, going to be able to find that defuse. The Saints are still in that little bit of a shocked mentality that we've seen them in throughout the entire day. A little stressed, a little concerned that this may be sent to a Game 3. But you know what? you gotta do is you gotta just brush it off. You're only 2 games down. You still got a lot of Valorant to play. You still got a third map to take it to, and don't worry too much about that as a threat. Worry about that as a backup. But right now, focus on the moments, focus on the now, and take this game by storm. That's what the Saints have to do. They gotta use what they have, and right now, I'm looking at Truth Rolling Thunder because by God, I still need to see that player light up in this game.
Absolutely. I think the Saints just need to play a little bit more decisive and need to make their mind up and really press the go button. They've been, every time they play very, very slow, it feels like they give West Virginia a chance to pull the trigger on a play, but it just has not worked out for them so far. And now it's going to be important to see how the Saints are able to do when they're down on the scoreboard. They need to find some plays and find them quickly. It's going to be the Jets here on the defenses. Seems like West Virginia University are perfectly stacked up for the C push, and it feels like their plays have just been counteracting the Saints' plans very, very well. So I'll have to give props to West Virginia for their pregame scouting. It seems like they know what they're doing, but it feels like Chillin and Fair are kind of upset about what I'm saying. They're going to take things into their own hands, find a couple picks, and there is the ultimate used. Even up a couple members, Saints are basically ensuring that they can win this round, but Dinks picks up Truth, fully concussed, will not matter. Fair and Tillo find the trades, Plant's going to go down, and now it's going to be 1v4 for Excite. I think we might see another one of these save situations at Saints. Going to bring themselves back within one round.
Oh, by definite, we're going to see this save out from Excite. And you know what? It was just another way to take that site from the side of St. Clair Saints, using that Rolling Thunder to get on to the C site and then able to plant the bomb from there. And I mean, it was a great effort from Dinks to try and take as many characters as he could out of the game before losing his own life in that situation, because you can only do so much once you're hit with that Rolling Thunder. He was able to find one but couldn't find another one because Chillin was just ready for it and was just able to take him out of the game. Now with the spike to explode, they're going to find their 8th round, and St. Clair still keeping it close.
Keeping it close and trying to make it a tied game. Now, they haven't really been able to do that so far this map, I believe, has been a great map so far from West Virginia University, but the Saints, now they can tie it up and put themselves in a position to really blow this game up, as it feels like on offense, both these teams very prolific. Defense is kind of where their issues lie. I feel like the fact the Saints were able to have a first half where they were able to win 5 rounds on a map where offense is definitely a bit more favored has been a great sign for them, win or lose this map. But I think because of that, it gives them a even greater chance to take this map home.
Excite's going to push up A, grab that ultimate to find his ultimate, but now it looks like Uchi is going to find Fair, but quickly traded out by Truth. Now going to escape out of there as well with the spike in hand. Looks like they're going to veer off of any kind of threat towards C and B and opt towards A, where it looks like Instinct is pushed up very far, but now he's going to have to back off because Excite has got this drone out, but it doesn't look like he's going to spot out anybody, and he's going to go forward with it, and Instinct might be able to find him here. He gets a little bit of a preemptive spray that's going to allow Excite to get back, but Tillo is there for the punish of trying to sneak out quickly, and Instinct is going to find a quick flick onto Enox. Now with 3 players down, Chillin is going to find the spike dropped, and now it's all up to Dinks and A77, but like we said in rounds prior, it looks like they're just going to save it.
And I don't know, that was a very interesting play from West Virginia. They were down in numbers and they only had the breach on site. They decided to use the Rolling Thunder to try and slow down the Saints' push, but there were just too many people coming from many angles, and that's a huge, huge round for the Saints. They get a couple of big ultimates offline now for West Virginia. They're going to be able to tie up the game, and it's going to be not a very rich round for West Virginia next time up. They're going to have a couple rifles, but the rest of the members going to have to probably save up to try and go the round after. And Saints, they are swimming in money. They can afford anything they want, and they have those jet knives as well. If they want to use them the next round, I could definitely see them using that for an opening.
I'm tying it up now, and as you said, for the Saints, here comes the money. They've got so much to play with. They can buy operators, they can buy shorties to support them, and they can also buy any kind of guns they want. Phantoms, Vandals anything they want. They've got it in their pockets, and that's definitely going to help them with taking these next couple of rounds. Whereas we see on the side of West Virginia, it looks like they're going to opt for one Vandal. We've got a Phantom as well. Looks like a couple Deagles as well, and then also a Stinger. Looks like the Sheriffs might be able to make something happen, but it looks like the Vandal and the Phantom are going to be what I'm looking at towards purely, and it looks like Dinks has got the Phantom to his name. Might lose it early, but we'll have to wait and see if they decide to check this corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said there, Wyatt. And now you can see the Outlaw being bought there by Ferris. Now it Stinks in a lot of trouble. All of the Saints shoot at him there. Take him out, Gucci. He'll be going around this corner, but the Outlaw able to find the one shot because of the light armor. Such a smart purchase there from Fair, knowing what his opponents can and cannot afford. And yet again, Saints in the driver's seat. 5-on-3. They can go virtually anywhere with this spike. There is a breach though. I'm not even sure how Inox got up here. Was able to pick up his teammates a Phantom. The swing will come through. Doesn't find the initial shots. Now there's going to be a bit too many members. He does find one, but the trade does come through. Now Exile is trying to back up, but is going to get stunned up. And the Saints should take full advantage. They do. It's only A77 with the flank here on the Cypher. I mean, could do something, but I think we might see yet again another save. Wyatt, another great attacking round for the Saints.
I mean, it's not a save unless the Saints are trying to run him down, which seems like what they're trying to do, but A77 is there to take out Tillo, and they know where he is exactly, and I don't think they're going to try to, maybe Fair is, but not the rest of the Saints are going to try to take him out. They definitely do not want him to try and save that gun, but they do not also want to risk their own guns. Fair is just going to be dodging this, trying to peek it left, right, and center, and now Truth is there to follow. They got him in a little bit of a corner here. Going to try to take him out. Looks like they might be going for a little bit of a quick play there, trying to get him out with the shorty from Fair, but Instinct is there to clean it up with the Vandal in hand, and now Saints finally finding another lead in this second game, hoping to carry that out and finish this in 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, it's their first lead since leading 2-1. They've been behind, but they've fought back, and it's been a valiant, resilient effort here to come back into this game, and I believe we're going to be getting a quick timeout, as I believe we have our assistant coach helping out here, giving some thoughts on the game. And, you know, we don't see Seth up there. What do you think is being said to the team right now?
You know, if I'm looking at the assistant coach, I'm looking at Smiley to know a little bit of his history. He's got a lot of experience on this team and a lot of experience on some Tier 2 teams as well. He's currently playing for Team Ambrosia in a Tier 2 Valorant scene, and he can definitely bring a little bit of insight to the boys right now. Try and explain to them exactly what he sees in his eyes and how he sees that they can improve in this, because I think if I had to point it out to something, I'll tell you right now, I ain't no Tier 2 level Valorant player here. I'm not hiding anything in my back closet as far as gaming skill, but what I can see from the caster desk is Saints are finding good picks, but they're still being really aggressive. They're still pushing a lot, and they may be falling into some traps that West Virginia are setting for them, which I think is what West Virginia have got to get back into the rhythm of. They got to get back into the rhythm of setting up good traps and good connections for the Saints to try and dive into, try to lead them into, try to take them out as quick as they can, as they might find Fair now, but Fair looks to find Excite. He's got to try and get out of here, but no, it's just going to find Excite's bullets to the cranium, and now one down for the Saints. They have one game up, but this could be a game changer. Looks like they're still going to go for A though.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what the Saints were thinking. They just kind of sent Fair on a suicide mission with no utility and said, get us some kills. That's never going to work against a team like West Virginia, who I think they were assuming were going to be on a save. They force bought this round. They have some weapons that you wouldn't normally see, but they have something to try and win this round. And in that timeout, I think what West Virginia's coach said, hey guys, we need to win this next round. We do not want to go down 11-9 and be at the hands of the Saints. But Saints taking things back into their hands, looking to get the plant down. They get the Sova ultimate. It is doing a lot of damage. They're not going to be able to dodge it out. Beautiful ultimate there from Excite that can instantly win them this round. Unless this kill comes through from Tillo. A77 though gets the trade back in time. It's going to be a 4-on-2 push here from the Saints. If they can win this one, that would be huge for the momentum in this map. They're able to get onto the site. Plan's going to be coming through, but that's Sova Dart Exile doing God's work in this round on this Sova. And it's all up to Truth. Completely blinded, shot from all angles. What a beautiful round there out of the timeout from West Virginia.
Excite is definitely the MVP of that round alone. I mean, he got incredible value out from that Sova ultimate, and then to find that ricochet dart to take out Chillin and deny the bomb plant, I mean, what a great way to close that out and end this to a tie. And now 10 to 10. They have the momentum. Can they find the next round? It looks like, I think in my eyes, we might be seeing a little bit of back and forth action right now from both teams.
Yeah, I definitely don't expect either team to just blow the other one out of the water, but it looks like St. Clair, if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be them. Look how quickly they're pushing through, but Dinks and Inox find a couple kills. Fair just dashed in and wasn't able to find the kill onto the Jet. That's a huge, huge play there from Dinks, finding the initial pick here as Instinct. Has to be careful here, does get spotted out by the drone, has to back up, and it's going to be West Virginia University with the initial advantage, a 4-on-3 advantage at that. And St. Clair, seems like they're just struggling these last few rounds to really get onto the sites.
They have been, but they've also got to realize that Gucci could be in any of these angles. He's going to opt out just at the right moment to allow St. Clair to get into here, but that Cypher trip is there, and they are going to break it now. They're going to realize that somebody is pushing up towards Mirage.
Oh!
Now Dinks tries to take someone out, but Instinct is there quickly to deny him. Gucci to answer back, taking out Tillo. Now the flash out to try and take someone out, but no, Truth is going to find Gucci, and now set up in a 2v2 scenario. The Rolling Thunder miss both of the West Virginia players, and it looks like A77 tries to find someone out the spray. He finds Truth, but doesn't find Instinct in a 1v1 scenario now. Excite could take it, and he does, finds Instinct, and gives West Virginia their lead back.
I mean, that round was all over the place. St. Clair were on the back foot the entire time. They were able to make it a one-on-one, but the shots were just not good enough in the end. And I think now the Saints are going to take themselves a timeout. They've dropped 2 in a row. I'm not sure if they can even afford a bye. It looks like the game is fully in West Virginia's hands. The Saints just completely breaking down on the offense. They were looking so good. They had taken the lead. They were coming all the way back, but West Virginia has been resilient. And I mean, if they play like this for the remainder of the season, I doubt the record is going to be as poor as we have seen it. I mean, they are playing amazing Valorant against one of the very top teams in all of collegiate Valorant.
We can see assistant coach Smiley there trying to inspire the boys right now, trying to get them back into this game. And I mean, it's just something that has got to be said. You got to get your mental back. You have to get back into this game. It seems like Saints have been really like off of their A game right now, off of how much aggression West Virginia have been throwing at them, and expecting most definitely to come into this as a quick 2-0. Now finding that you are yet again have lost your lead in this second game, and we're just barely able to clench that first win, is definitely a little bit of a mental dampener right now in their mental state, and I think it's definitely got to change if they want to close this out.
Yeah, Saints forcing up a bye here. They need to win this round, and you know, they are the attackers. They get to pick where the action goes down. I mean, best case scenario for the Saints, they win these 3 rounds, they wrap it up, and they are good to go. But with the way things have been going, I'd be very surprised if we don't see another overtime here in this map. The Saints lose this round, though, it's all over. West Virginia will more than certainly close out this game. So this is a do or die round here for the Saints. A77 got taken down to 1 HP on that Cypher, but was able to stay alive. And like the defense from West Virginia, they have 3 people mid, which you haven't seen from them all game, but now they're gonna stack up here. 1-for-1 trade to start it off. not the worst start here for the Saints. Inox does get spotted out of St. Clair. They're going to back out. I mean, the reads from West Virginia on this map have been amazing. As Gucci spots at one, they have no idea that he's here. He's been able to find these flanks over and over, and he's going to be able to find it again onto Tillo and Truth. St. Clair just do not check their corners, and that could be all she wrote for the map. The Saints now stuck in a 2v4 scenario.
Gucci, what an absolute mad lad. He's been able to do this twice now. First on Lotus, now on Haven, able to spot out two great timing opportunities to just find two heads or more on the side of the Saints. And I mean, it's been working for him, and it's been giving them these great opportunities where they are in a 4-2 scenario, and it seems all but certain for them to take it unless Instinct has something to say about it. Drops Gucci, says, no more sneaky. You're done, out of this game, heading to the next one. And now it's all up to Enox, Excite, and Dinks to take this spike down. But Fair is on the spike, and he's on the site. He's going to try to take one down. He finds Enox, and he's going to back up, tries to find another. Instinct finds Excite, and it's all up to Dinks now. He's going to try to get this spike to half, but Instinct might have the perfect timing. Spots him out. Now, trying to get the defuse again, but taps it. Now Fair is there from the unexpected angle. Fist bumps all around, and what a way to even it out.
I mean, that is an insane comeback in that round. 2v4 looks hopeless, but they get to the site, which has been their main struggle. They're really struggling to get into these bomb sites and get the plant down. And just amazing mechanical play there, amazing teamwork, waiting for the flank, not over peeking. The shots were perfect. And I mean, if you're the Saints, you have to be so happy with how the ending of that round is. But the rest of the round was really shaky. I mean, everyone just fell apart. It seemed like there was nothing going for the Saints. And yet again, we spoke about the clutch factor. The Saints have it, and it showed there. Now it's a save round for West Virginia. Look at their weapons. They have nothing. Pistols, an outlaw, and a stinger. I mean, the Saints have to take this round and put themselves on match point.
They do indeed. It's a dire situation if they are not able to do that, and West Virginia somehow are able to muster up a victory here and send themselves to a game point to send it to a third round, a third map. But we've still got a minute of play left. Looks like Instinct is going to find the first kill onto A77, and now Dinks is pushed up very far on C, but it may not be the best scenario, as Instinct's just going to find another. Fair's going to look to find another as well. Gets up here, finds one, quickly traded out though. It's all up to Gucci and Dinks as well, as they start to be barraged by bullets from the side of St. Clair Saints. Looks like Chillin's going to find his counterpart, and Gucci is out, and now Dinks finds himself making the oh so long and oh so tedious movement back over to the A site to try and get something started to get them back in the fight.
Yeah, and you know, Dink's gonna go back in here. No point of saving here. Wants to die this round to be able to buy a better weapon next round. And if Saints are able to close this round out, which they more than certainly should be able to do, is this just a jet with a singular outlaw, will put themselves on a match point. Instinct finds that kill. That's 3 for him on the round, and here we go. We had this exact same scenario last map. It was 12-11. Saints have match point, but they were on defense. This time they're on attack. Do you think that's going to be the difference, and that's going to be the reason to why they close out this map? Or do you think we're going to see another overtime?
I think it's going to be the reason that they close this out, purely because they love to be aggressive. They love to be up there. They love to shine brightly on the attacking side. And I think putting this scenario one round away on that attacking side where they can just shine their brightest, I think it's going to happen. I think St. Clair is going to close it out, but Enox might prove me wrong as he takes Fair out early, and now denying him any value with those knives leaves it all up to Instinct, with the only one having an ultimate on the board. Has the rest of the boys to help him with that as well, but now with a man down and a Rolling Thunder and an Omen ultimate on the side of West Virginia, might seem also certain that they have this. Looks like Gucci's in a precarious
Oh.
situation. He has the right angle, but doesn't find Instinct, spots him out,
What?
gets out of there, and TP's
How?
out, able to save his life, just gets skimmed a little bit by some bullets, but is able to save himself, and now St. Clair have the B site, but they're not going for the plant. They're going up, looking to find Enox, looks to find him in a precarious situation, tries to spray through, finds the shotty, and finds him as well, and now Instinct is going to find his ultimate down, and they're going to figure out where the rest of West Virginia are.
And the breach ultimate from the side of West Virginia is now not online, so huge loss there. Not a good play there by Inox. Needed to use that ultimate before he died. Gave away the Cypher ultimate. Saints get the plant down. Looking to close out the map right here in the 4-on-4 situation. Let's see how they play the post plant. West Virginia, all of the pressure. Need to make their move now. Dinks has to be careful. A swing comes out from Instinct. He's going to be falling down to A77, but Truth able to take down Dinks. Makes it a 3-on-3 situation. 10 HP on that breach. Is going to be falling down, but there's Chillin. Finds one. Looks to swing. Finds a second through the smoke. And it's going to be Tillo finding A77. The Saints able to close it out, 13-11. Beautiful map there from them.
The cold-hearted killer strikes again, and Chillin is there with his co-teammate Tillo, able to close it out in a 13-11 fashion. You know, you hinted at it, Theo. You tried to will it into existence that we would get another overtime, but it seemed that we did not. Closing the second game out in 13-11 fashion. Now the Saints take this one 2-0. Congratulations, and I also have to say congratulations to West Virginia. They played their hearts out, and if it's any player that I've got to highlight, it's got to be Gucci. I mean, we saw him twice find immense value with some perfect timing there to get a bunch of kills, and then we also saw him just playing great throughout the entire game. And then we also saw a player like Dinks who was able to activate that Yoru to its fullest. I know I talked about that in the first round, in our pre-round, discussing how players need to know exactly how to use that agent, and Dinks, he knew how to use that agent to his fullest. Supported with the rest of his team, was able to just find immense value. I think West Virginia should not be walking away with this with too much on their back on sorrow. They should be walking away with some pats on the back thinking, you know what, we played our hearts out and we did the best that we could.
I couldn't agree with you more, White. That was just a great game of Valorant. As a Valorant fan, that is something you would love to see. 2 games that are decided by 2 rounds, and you know, luckily for us, the Saints were victorious, and we're very happy with that outcome. But you know, I feel like Saints played well, but they definitely need to tweak some things here and there. I mean, I feel like these long losing streak rounds, especially in map 1, is not something that we should be seeing too often from the Saints. A team of their caliber should definitely be able to stop those streaks, but I think that just shows how well West Virginia played today. They looked very prepared for the Saints. They had some good rotations, good tactics, which I think the Saints just weren't ready for. I think Saints were just really confident going into this matchup, as they should be, as they are going into every matchup, but I think West Virginia really surprised them with how well they played.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like we talked about those pickups that they have from Winthrop, and I think they definitely shined in this game. They were able to get a lot of kills for their team, and they were able to give Saints a run for their money. Now, what you mentioned, definitely, I think Saints have to take this game under their belt and have to consider some changes, have to readjust their strategy, and have to come back in the next week of this Varsity Premier NACE Super Conference with a better mindset and with a better plan. But now, we're going to get some statistics of that last round. Saints closing it out in 13-11 fashion. It looks like, from who I can see, ignited the most there definitely had to be Instinct. Though those 19 kills and 12 deaths, definitely the best across the entire board.
I mean, you could see how close of a game that was. No real standout players. The kills and deaths so mixed up here and there. And yeah, Instinct had the best KDA, probably had the best map for the Saints there, but that was just a great map of Valorant. That's about as close of a map as you can get. 13-11. Just stats show the story. It was a very close game. Stats are very even across the board, and it was just very good play from both teams.
Indeed it was, and I think to finish off what I was talking about before, like we're starting to get into those closer weeks. We're in week 3. We're going to be following in week 4 next week, and I think this is something that the Saints have to start to think. You know, we're getting sooner to that mid-season. We're getting closer to the end of the season, and they're going to have a lot more pressure and a lot better teams to come up against.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that is true. They've done a great job so far to start the season. They are 3-0, and I mean, they need to keep their winning ways going. I think their only goal is first place. Anything other than that, they will not be happy with, and that's what great teams do. They have great aspirations, and that's exactly what they're looking to do this season. I think so far they're looking pretty good. Have to tweak a few things here and there, but once they do, this team might be unstoppable.
Indeed, and ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for you tonight. We would like to thank everybody in the production room for helping out. We've got Adrian, we've got Owen, and we've got my beautiful caster on the desk with me, Theo. Thank you for being here for me. We've also got our sponsors. You know, Theo, every time I'm on here on the desk with you, you've always done the sponsors, but I'm going to try to get them out of the way. We've got Alienware, we've got the SRC, we've got the Alumni Association, we've got Tim Hortons, and we've also got Subway. Theo, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that all of them? Perfect. I'm walking away victorious, and the Saints are walking away victorious. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the desk today, and we will see you next week for another week of Valorant NACE Varsity Premiere.